Yo, what's up, guys and girls, ladies, gentlemen? So today was more so just something I wanted to address. It was like creating content as an introvert, because me personally, I am an introvert. I like keeping to myself. Just that's how I naturally am. Like, if I get free time, you're probably gonna see me just doing my own thing on the side. Although it's like I like to also talk to people, just because I know it's like those are people I care about. I just kind of wanted to talk about my experience with making videos, and as far as how that goes, because when I first started, it was on TikTok, and it was about a year ago. I had started somewhere around there. And now look, when I first started, I felt nervous. I felt super shy. I felt awkward in a way, where it was like I was talking to a camera, but it wasn't like, it felt forced in a way. And even just the things I was talking about back then, it's like it didn't really resonate, with me and the kind of thing. It was just me going on not rants, but it was like me just kind of talking just to talk, and with no sort of direction, kind of just a vent. I'd say that's the best way, because when I started, my headspace was not in the best area. So doing that just allowed me to talk and just kind of let everything out. And I shouldn't be touching my face, but as time went on, I became more and more used to the camera. And you wouldn't expect, of course you would expect that, actually, because the more you do something, the more you get comfortable with it. So it's like now you see me just looking at the camera, and it's just me just talking like it's nothing, because it took that amount of time. And we're just gonna ignore the fact I had like a solid 6-month break or whatever within that time period from starting till now, because it's like, even so, I realize it's like you kind of stack this sort of confidence upon itself while doing this task. Because like the first day I'm like, okay, this feels extremely awkward. The next day it was a bit less awkward, then less awkward, and it constantly just, you kept getting used to it, and then eventually your personality starts to show more. You feel more natural of saying things you want to say and everything like that. So that's how it's been for me, honestly, where it's like at first I was just kind of like making videos to just make them for the sake of making them. And now if we're talking on the YouTube side of things, it's like, or just videos in general, like why post it? For you, it could be completely different. For me, it's, I want to make an impact, upon people for the better. Where it's like, I just want to build a community where we can all just talk and just kind of have like intellectual discussions, just talk things out, just express our thoughts, opinions, and things like that, and just build a community based on like love and all that. Because that's just something I have envisioned for myself, building a community. And I don't even like calling you guys subscribers, I'll be honest. It's dreamers, if anything. I feel like I got sidetracked from the point of me being an introvert, a person who's naturally just to himself. That's how I am. I'm just naturally to myself, as it's like I don't feel the need to be involved in other people's business or lives. And it's like, I mean, okay, if we're talking about, creating content and all that, it's like you're probably gonna have so much thoughts in your head that hold yourself back. that you have of yourself, of why you can't do it, why you shouldn't do it, and why it's a dumb idea, and all these sorts of things. And if you allow yourself to stop right there, then is that the extent of your dreams, I guess? Is that the extent of your willpower, where you're able, your grit, that's a better word, grit, resilience, and just push through everything regardless, do it anyway. And for me, that's how it is. I've always been naturally just someone who does things. So to me, it was like, it's either I'm doing it or I'm not. There's no, I'm a sorted to it. There's no way you can do that. And even though I just like keeping to myself or just having these discussions in my head, it's like, why not have these discussions out loud, and maybe someone can resonate with it. Someone can share their own opinions, share their own ideas, whether it's agreeing, disagreeing, whatever, because all of it is for the knowledge and growth of ourselves. And that was something that really just pushed me over the fear. It pushed me over the fear, because it's like, yo, imagine I will come to a point where it's like, I will be able to get information from these people, their own experiences, and build a connection with them, and they can build connections with others. And even, especially if they're in a more difficult space, it's like, we welcome you with open arms, you know, and everything like that, because it's like, and that was the whole reason for me starting these videos, alongside with just talking and just expressing my thoughts and everything like that. And I'm sweating a little bit. But yeah, like, you know, you'd be surprised. It doesn't really affect me. Keeping to myself, being an introvert, you know, the kind of energy where it's like, you don't kind of want to be involved in talking. Especially, I can only imagine if it's like presentations for some people, as like that can be so shocking to them. But once you do it, it feels great. Once it's over, it feels great. It feels like a relief, and you know you can do it for the next time, as you've already proved yourself that you could. And just know, once you create the first video, it's like, just build momentum up, and you'll be okay. You will be okay. I can't tell you what sort of content you should post, because I don't know you, and that's for you to find out about yourself. And even now, I'm still relatively new to this. So, final thoughts is like, being an introvert, it shouldn't stop you from wanting to create or do what you want to do. And I was being more or less specific to creating videos, because that's what I do at the very least. It's like, I create videos and just express my thoughts, where I feel like is my strong point, where I'm able to just kind of maneuver around different thoughts and things like that. For you, it might be something different. It might be talking about manga or anything, any sort of interest you might have. And it's like, don't let, you know, fear, anxiety, shame, embarrassment, anything like that stop you, because you can do it. You can honestly do it. You can do anything you want to. And that's sort of power, that's self-power, that's self-confidence, that's self-trust. It's like, yo, especially that first hurdle, which is actually recording, pushing that little button, record, you will be great. Once you get over that and start talking, now you're bound to make hiccups, you're bound to hit bumps, you're bound to make mistakes, and that's okay. That's a whole part of it. That's a whole learning process. Even now, of course, I'm still making mistakes. I just kind of want to make this for anyone just thinking about it, and thinking about, you know, creating content, even though they're shy, because I'm relatively open as a person. I'm not, it's like, because it's like, socially, although I do like keeping to myself, it's like I don't see no problem with opening up and just talking. That's for me personally. For you, it might be easier or harder. But that's regardless of the point. We're talking about making videos. But realistically, it should be about doing what you want. Do what you want to do, regardless of what you call yourself, an introvert, extrovert, whether you call yourself smart, dumb, you know, inferior, superior, doesn't matter. What matters is, will you do it? Will you do it? And I just kind of want to leave it off there. And see you guys.